one thing about me, I do not forget how people make me feel. I do not forget how people treat me in the time of need. I don't forget none of those things. And I remember the time that stuff just comes up in my head when I'm thinking about certain things. And I remember that time that I was talking with my mother-in-law or whatnot, and we was having a conversation, and she always been in her ways. She always had her ways. She always been set in her ways. Everybody know that. So it's nothing to hide. And one day she was talking about how like she didn't want her grandkids sitting on the furniture and, you know, being a part of the setting that was going on. She wanted them either sitting on the floor or outside. So she didn't want them in the mix or whatever we was having going on that day or whatever. She always been like that, and all her grandkids know that. And so, in other words, she never showed any type of affection towards her grandchildren or anybody else, if you ask me. So one day, this particular day, we was at her house, and she had made a statement about, y'all got to understand that my mom didn't show me any love, so I don't show love. And I had made a statement and said, well, that should give you a reason to show love, since you know how awful that feels to for someone not to love you like you deserve, like you think you deserve to be loved. I said, so you shouldn't be like that. So you should learn from your mom's error and mistakes, that you don't want to carry on that same legacy that she did. And she got so angry at me. It was like, don't nobody tell me how to act in my house. If you want to try to tell me what to do, you can leave. And I lived right next door at the time, and that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, for you to push me away that easy, just for me having to saying something. We was all talking, and I just was making a statement about, geez, if you didn't appreciate how your mom made you feel, why would you make your children and your grandchildren feel the same? And she just didn't like that and told me I could leave and get out of her house, just go. And I was like, well, I mean, I can leave. I'm not going to sit in your house if you don't want me here. So I walked my happy ass back home. But I just brought that message to say, like, it's a lot of people that do a lot of things to me that I don't even, I just keep my cool and I keep quiet. And my husband always have a problem with me being like that. He be like, when people treat you wrong, why don't you say anything? I be like, well, because a lot of times when people treat you wrong, they want a reaction out of you so they can blame you for the problem. I'm not going to allow somebody to blame me for who they are. And, in other words, I'm not going to act crazy and have the blame on me because of who somebody else is. And that's the reason why I do those things. I'm not going to, let somebody else make me somebody I'm not, in other words. So I just want to bring that message, because my mind is always running and thinking about certain things. And that was that little setting right there was a problem for me, but I kept carrying on. But I just want to tell you people, if you want different in life, don't carry on the same legacy from your parents and the things that didn't transpire right in your life. Don't bring those generational curses over and over again. And she did just that with her. I'm just going to speak about my husband. She did just that with my husband. My husband never knew how to love. Outside of the people that he actually cared for, he never knew how to show love. I mean, he loved everybody. My husband can love and be really, really sweet person. Well, he is a really, really sweet person. However, he don't know how to show love outside of his immediate family. And it comes from, his ancestors. And, that's another story. People don't want to talk about that. But I speak about the truth on my platform. That's why it's my platform. I say what I want, when I want, how I want. And I'm just speaking on an issue that's, been up in my brain for a long time to make people make me feel. And I just really want to bring that message. If you don't want to carry on the same legacy as your ancestors, do something different. Go buy something different. That's why I'm allowing my daughter to be exactly who she is, because I always had to shut up and be quiet and don't say that and don't say that. And I allow my daughter to be just who she is, with respect. And I just want to really bring that message to say that you don't have to be like the other people. You don't have to be like your ancestors to carry on. You could be better than them. And I just want to bring that message. Discussion.